Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode on Laid Back, the Zinga podcast. And our topic for this week is stepping out of your comfort zone. Our guest for this week is Uche Obuekwe, who is a Chinese translator and also has her own YouTube channel, where she documents her experiences in China. Hello, Uche. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, hello. I am so happy to be here.
Yeah. So, is this your first podcast?
Yeah. This is my first time being on a podcast, so I'm pretty excited.
But you already have a YouTube channel. I'm surprised you've not done any podcasting at all.
I had done like a couple of interviews, but it was like video interviews, right, where people have invited me to their YouTube channel. So I've done that, but not at a podcast. Yeah.
Fair. I think it's the same thing. So, you should feel right at home, to be honest.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. But let's start. First and foremost, I remember back then when you said you were going to take Chinese lessons, and you were so skeptical about the whole thing. How did you actually get into the Chinese lesson? Who actually pushed you to do it?
Yeah, I remember actually you actually also a part of this story, because I remember you are one of the people that would, encourage me back then to keep pushing and all that. Yeah. But the person who made me start learning Chinese in the very first instance was my dad. So my dad, he called me to the parlor one day. He was like, you see, go and learn Chinese. And this was like my second year in uni back then. And I was perplexed. I'm like, what? Chinese? Like, why? Who learns Chinese? Like, people are learning French, Spanish, in Alliance. Back then in Enugu. So Chinese was a different thing for me. And I didn't really understand why my dad would tell me to go learn that. But I just started, and for some reason I was interested in the language, and that's just literally how it started. My dad was the first person who told me to learn it.
Yeah, fair. But you've grown since then. You've even moved to China alone. So how has the journey been for you, like growth-wise, both personally and professionally?
Yeah, so moving to China wasn't something I planned. It just kind of happened, right?
Yeah.
But I do think that it has been an amazing opportunity, because obviously being here has made me more fluent in the language, because like I turn left, right, people are speaking Chinese, talking to me in Chinese, so it has really helped me in my fluency and in my confidence as well. Because, when I was working as a Chinese translator back in Nigeria, obviously I was a bit tense, like, will I hear this man today? What will he say tomorrow that I will understand, But now it's like, I don't know what you will say now, like at least 70 to 80% of like everyday conversations I can understand. So it has helped me grow in the part of being a Chinese translator. And it has also helped me as a person, because living in China on your own, it's been a lot. I won't even lie. I moved here in 2019, right before COVID. So I was here during COVID. I'm here after COVID, all alone, no family. So it has helped me like depend more on myself. Also learn more about other people, their culture, and just learn about other countries as well.
Oh, okay. So, but when we say Chinese language, that's the Mandarin, isn't it?
Yes, please. Mandarin, because there are different variants of Chinese. So what I speak is Mandarin Chinese.
So because I was about to ask that question, what are the variants of Mandarin Chinese or different Chinese languages? Or do you have things like dialects? Like how do you differentiate between different variants of the language?
Okay, so basically Mandarin is what most people speak in mainland China, okay?
Yeah.
So how English is the lingua franca in Nigeria, and then people still speak other languages. So in China, like most people speak Mandarin Chinese. But then when you go to like other cities in China, you see people speaking their own dialect peculiar to their own region, okay?
Yeah.
The thing with these dialects is that they aren't mutually intelligible, which means that someone from the East might not understand someone from the West, or someone from the West might not understand someone from the East, which is why the government now chose Mandarin Chinese as, the common spoken language in China. Now, there's also Cantonese, which is also...
Cantonese,
Yes, Cantonese, which is also another...
I thought that's what people in Hong Kong, I think, speak, isn't it?
Yes, people in Hong Kong and I think Taiwan as well also speak Cantonese. And some people in Guangzhou, like the Guangdong region, province here, in China, do speak that, But I cannot speak it, okay? It's quite difficult. So okay with just Mandarin.
Okay, fair. But you said you moved to China in 2019, just before the COVID. You are there alone, no family member. So that means you actually stepped out of your comfort zone. But when we say comfort zone, first of all, before we say comfort zone, before we say stepping out of your comfort zone, what is comfort zone before we talk about stepping out of it? What is your comfort zone?
Yeah, I'll say comfort zone to me was definitely living in Nigeria all my life. So like for over 20 years of my life, living in Nigeria, being around family and friends, knowing that, if I need something, maybe I take an hour or 2-hour bus, I'm back home, talking to my mom, just basically having that access to family whenever you want, and not, having to do every single thing on your own, having people to rely on. So that was definitely my comfort zone because I was never alone. I always had people that I could reach out to and rely on when needed,
But since you decided to step out of your comfort zone and move to China alone, do you think there are any benefits attached to what you've done, or do you think it's been all negative? What do you think?
Definitely. Like, I feel like I've experienced the most growth in my whole adult life in the past 4 years. I've experienced immense growth because it's like survival of the fittest, right?
Yeah.
I'm in China all alone, no family, no friends. I mean, I do have friends now, but when I came first, I didn't really have, friends I could confide in. So I literally had to find ways to cope and find ways to go through every period and every season that I found myself in China. So it wasn't let me relax. So it's like, no, I had to work hard. I had to say, okay, this is where I found myself in. How do I survive? How do I get past this period? So I've grown as a person, grown in confidence, grown in efficiency, in relying on myself, because it made me know that Oyo is your case in this life. Living abroad, nothing tells you that Oyo is your case on your own. Oyo is your case in life, living abroad, because you wake up in the morning. I didn't have my mom because I moved out of my Nigeria. I had never left the country before. So I was used to people telling me, oh, you see, have you done this? Have you done that? But being here is I felt like
if you don't
wake up and start hustling for myself, because there was no one to tell me, oh, you have not taken this exam, oh, you have not done this. I had to do things on my own consistently. And at the point I was like, God, what's going on here, But now I'm used to it. So it just helped me also just introspect, It's something about being in your comfort zone and being in a familiar environment that doesn't really give you that time. And then life was happening a lot in Nigeria, right? So I didn't really have a lot of time to introspect, ask myself questions oh, what kind of life am I living? What do I even want out of life? What am I doing? What are my patterns? What are my traits? So I've just grown so much as a person all around, being here, and just there's something about overcoming hard things that makes you have confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, no. I was here during COVID. They locked me down for 3-4 months. I wasn't, I was like, I remember all the things I've been through. I'm like, girl, I got this. Like, I can do this. I've done more difficult things so that this year I can handle this. So there's definitely giving me more confidence in myself, knowing that I can survive almost anything. Well, not almost, I don't know, but I can survive a lot of hard things. Yeah.
But you've also done something, would I say surprising, knowing you. You've also gone on to have your own YouTube channel. It's like taking on a new challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you, what pushed you to open a YouTube channel, like to go out of your comfort zone again, to take on a new challenge by opening a YouTube channel?
Okay. So the funny thing is, first of all, I want to say something. If you're listening to this podcast right now, I really want everyone to do that thing that they know they want to do that thing that they have been putting off, like, oh, I want to start this, I want to start sewing, I want to start baking, I want to learn this, blah blah. Just start, honestly, because this YouTube stuff started even before I came to China.
Oh, really? It
started in 2018. Yes, that was the first time I was talking to my then boyfriend. I was like, because he used to watch a lot of YouTube videos. That was actually how this thing began. So he would send me YouTube links, like to watch videos of people or stuff. So I would watch and be like, I want to start a YouTube channel, because I'm like, I have a very bubbly personality and I'm very inquisitive. I like asking questions. I like learning things. So I'm going to I was like, this is something I can do, make videos, share my experiences, invite people, have conversations. So he was like, yes, go for it. What are you waiting for? But when I was like, I'm coming, I have to prepare. I was deceiving myself. I needed to get camera. I needed to get this blah blah.
You were just procrastinating.
Procrastinating. I was like, what will I talk about? People will find me bored. Just looking for excuses, But when I finally came to China, I finally started. I came to China in 2019, and I think I posted my first video 2020. So, because I was like, this is something I know I want to do. This is something that I enjoy doing as well, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm wasting time. And when I started, I was like, why did I not start this thing? So what was I waiting for? That was how I felt. Because I'm like, see all the videos I would have made since 2018. People would have followed my journey, moving from Korea to China. This. I was not thinking of all the ideas and all the things I could have done if I had started a year or 2 years before. So that's one thing about when you finally start something that you've been putting off and you have a passion for and you enjoy doing. You just be like, I wasted time. I should have started earlier. So yeah, I just started because I've been putting it off for a long time. And thankfully, that's April of 2020. I told myself, my dear, this month you must post that video. And yeah, that started my journey of being a YouTuber.
But so far so good. Your journey on YouTube. How would you describe it?
It's been good. It's been good, to be honest. Though I feel like it could have been better. I started my master's, so that kind of contributed to some sort of inconsistency. Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to adjust now, just to post more content and to just build a more solid community online. But it hasn't been bad. I've posted, I think, almost 60 videos now, and gotten a couple of subscribers, made a couple of friends. So I'm happy. It's not a decision I regret at all.
Oh, nice. So, but you did mention something about when we say we want to do something, we start lying to ourselves. Oh, I want this to be perfect. Start procrastinating, looking for excuses, this, that. Sometimes I feel like it comes with fear, because stepping out of your zone, because we are scared of the unknown. That feeling of discomfort, being an imposter. Oh, people will say, what does Uche know? What is Uche even talking about? What does she know? That feeling of being an imposter, we are scared. But how did you overcome those feelings at the end of the day to actually now post your first video in 2020?
Okay, so I would say even till now, I wouldn't say, I've completely overcome that feeling. But I always ask myself, I don't want to have regrets. I think that's what drives me, right?
Yeah.
better for me to do this thing and do it, and then maybe one day, I put in my heart into this thing. I've done my all, but it's not working. Then I can have peace within myself that,
I tried.
In my life, I tried. I gave it my all, but it's not working. Than for me to now, maybe I leave China. I'm like, look at all the content or all the things I could have done or all the video ideas, So I'm telling myself, let me do my own part. Let me try. Because the thing is, a saying that says it's better to have tried and failed than not to have tried at all.
Yeah.
So the thing I tell myself, I rather try and try and try. Because sometimes I do feel like, Uche, what do you even know? But I'm like, no, I also try to reaffirm myself because I'm like, I'm smart though. You understand? I am smart. So I'm like, I know what I'm saying. Because sometimes you have those negative thoughts, like,
it's normal.
What are you doing? People will be like,
no, but I totally get it, because putting yourself out there online, you are putting yourself for the firing line. People can say a lot of hurtful things to you. Is it the truth? So a lot of people, when they think about it, start thinking, can I handle this criticism? You see what I mean? They get scared and they back out. So I get it as well.
Yeah, because I also get some comments sometimes, but honestly, I just don't pay them any mind. Like you said, putting yourself out there, it's not easy.
It's not
right? Easy. Let me tell you that one of the most difficult parts for me is like putting my YouTube link, like telling people, come and see, come and watch. But I'm like, I've worked so hard filming this video. I've worked really hard editing it, looking for a title. So why would I go and ring bell and tell everybody I come over? Because if you think about it, in a country like Nigeria now, all these people that are hawking stuff, when they see you, they run after you with their life. It's like, you see what I'm selling, even if you go to the market, you want to buy jeans, all those markets, even all those big bosses that have maybe 5 or 6 shops in Obuekwe or all this on each market, you still see them
begging you to come and buy.
Exactly. So they're not even saying, no, I have 10 million in my account or I have 20. They are out there hustling for customers. I'm like, what do you mean? I have to go and hustle for my customers. That's also me hustling for customers, which is like, people come and watch my video. If you think, what I talk about on my channel or my personality or something about me interests you, then come. This is the place for you. Come and watch it, Because if you don't put yourself out there or post those links, how will people know that, there's someone like Uche who has a YouTube channel, or there's someone like Irene who has a podcast, So I think part of the business, at some point, you just have to keep
put yourself out there. You have to,
yeah. Just get comfortable with putting yourself out there and do with your chest. Because even marketers in banks, don't you see them? Then when I was in university, they always walk up to you in school, come and open an account with us, blah blah blah. So I feel like no matter what field you find yourself in, somehow you have to do things that are uncomfortable to you.
But that's part of growth, actually, because for you to grow, you have to develop a growth mindset, and honestly, it's not easy. So and I know how hard it is for a lot of people, because they are so used to sticking to the familiar or what is trending or something that will make sure keep them safe, so they won't be targeted or criticized. You see it's not easy. So how do you think it is to go your own way, irrespective of your friends or what your friends and family think? Assuming your mom says, Uche, why open a YouTube channel? You are not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to focus on your master. Is this what I mean? How do you think it's hard for a lot of people to go out of their own way, irrespective of what their family or friends think?
Yeah, I feel like at some point as an adult, you have to sit with yourself and ask yourself, what do I want out of life?
Yeah.
And when you get the answer to that question, it kind of gets easier. So you explain to your family and friends, this is what I enjoy doing. And this is what, you just have to kind of make them see that this is what you enjoy doing, or this is the route you want to take.
Yeah.
And it's also easier if you no longer live with your parents, or they are no longer like paying your school fees. So that it's not as if they can, threaten you like you have to do this or that.
You must do what you want, yeah.
So it's like, as an adult who maybe is making money, or you already have agency as a person, you kind of have to make them see that this is what I have chosen to do, and you guys have to give me time. There are people who have conversations with their parents like, okay, give me 1 year, give me 1 year to do this thing and to change this thing. If it's not working, then I can do what you want to do.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Because sometimes what I said really is 1 year may not be enough. Because for example, look at your YouTube channel. It's possible it took you more than a year or two to get the number of subscribers you have right now. You see what I mean? So what if after 1 year the person says, "Oh, it's not working out," and then when he's about to work out, the person now gives up? What happens then?
That's the thing. That's why it's really tricky. Like, I feel like if, like, for me, this YouTube thing now, I cannot give up on it easily. You understand? Because I enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
You see, enjoy it. I have passion about it. So, in this kind of situation, it just takes a lot of, you have to also ask for grace and wisdom from God.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to give up on something, right?
Yeah.
So, for wisdom from God, like, I've put in so time into this thing. It's not working. My parents are on my neck. You just kind of ask for cancel, or you ask for another year, or you just, you just forget about your parents and do you. Whenever you come back and seek them. There are people that have done that now. Yeah. I've done that. Like, my friends will tell you, "Oh, my parents don't support this," or I think it was even a musician that was saying the same thing, that when he was starting out, was it Flavor? I don't know if it was Flavor. Someone was saying that, at first, when he would sneak out in secondary school to like go and join all the bands or singing.
Yeah, I think I think I watched that. Yeah, I think it was Flavor.
That his mom would be chasing him like, "Where you come back, blah blah blah." You see, but he kept pushing because he knew what he wanted. Exactly. I remember watching that interview. His mom was on his case, and now look.
But he's a superstar today, so.
Superstar. I'm all the way in China, and sometimes I hear like other Africans or other like foreigners singing songs of Flavor, and I'm always like, "Oh my God, really?" Like all the way in China. You see, sometimes you have to just take a bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Your family has to come around eventually.
Yeah.
Whether you or not, they will still come around because they are family.
Yeah, I agree. But right now that because one can actually attest, and it's clear for everyone to see the growth you've actually made the last few years. So what are the 5 tips you can actually give anyone who is younger, who is like 19 or 18 out there? You can give anyone to get out of their comfort zone. Let's say you have an 18-year-old, 19-year-old. What are the 5 tips you give them to actually make them to get out of their comfort zone?
What I would say, number 1 tip is just start. Okay? Just start. That's the first step. Whatever it is you're interested in, just start. You like baking, start learning. You like sewing, just start. Start learning. You don't have to have a sewing machine. Is there a tailor around your street that has a sewing machine? You go there in the early mornings or the evenings or whenever you feel, the sewing machine is free. You can go to her shop, make her your friend, try, ask her questions. Oh, what is this? So just start. I feel like for people who are 19, 20, you're still getting into your 20s, you have a lot of years ahead of you. So just start. And even if you fail at that thing, there's still time to get up and try something else. So that's what I'll give. Just start. Because when I started my YouTube channel, I would just randomly say, "Hey, I would have done this video then in 2018. Hey, I should have done this, I should have done that." You see? So I thought, I don't want to do this YouTube, or even when my views are not great or whatever, what I would think of, it would have been so cool if I had started documenting all these earlier. That's one thing. They start, try at different things, and don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
It's okay to fail at stuff. It's okay to also suck at stuff. When I look at like the first YouTube video I uploaded in 2020, and I look at my videos now, obviously the difference will be clear, like very clear, because now I practice of 2-3 years editing, also watching other people, right? So you see the growth in what I'm making now compared to what I made then. So just start and then start growing. That's definitely a tip I would give.
That thing you mentioned about fear of failure, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this to you, but I say this all the time: embrace failure. I don't think I've ever seen anybody that learned anything. I'm not saying some people don't, but rarely. You rarely learn anything when you are high, when you are winning. You rarely do. You learn more from failure. It's when somebody actually disappoints you or something happens here and there. That's when you learn. You don't just learn when you're always winning. When we are always winning, we get complacent and say, "Oh, it's gonna come." You see what I? Well, no, but as long as you're not scared of failure and you put yourself out there, the reward is enormous. Is it? But because of time, yeah. If you have a child today, this is my final question I'm going to ask you. So, if you have a child today and you notice your child is shy and scared to make friends, what do you think you would do to help that child deal with his or her social anxiety, get out of their comfort zone, and make more friends?
What will I do to make that child get out of their comfort zone and make more friends? First of all, I think I'll start with making the child know that they are like amazing, like kind of like validating them or like giving them like amazing self-confidence. Maybe the child is shy because I don't know, maybe assuming something has happened in the past that made way. Instead of saying, "Oh my God, you're amazing, you're this, you're that," just telling them good things about themselves. And then asking them questions, asking their opinions on stuff. Just basically giving them avenues to express themselves. So you can just be like, "Oh, we're having yam today. Would you want to have yam or potatoes? Would you want to have egg or this?" Just basically making them like feel comfortable expressing themselves, right?
Yeah.
"Oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?" So I feel like if a child knows that, "Oh, my mom listens to me. If I say, oh, let's have egg and plantain as opposed to yam," that if I say that my mom will listen, then they're more like able to express themselves to me, right? And then from there, you just tell them, "Oh, what happened in school today?" They'll be like, "Oh, someone told me they didn't like my shoes and I didn't say anything." And you can be like, "Oh, next time they say this, do this." You understand?
Yeah.
Next time they say they don't like your shoes, tell them, "Oh, I like my shoes. My shoes are very, very fine." Understand?
Yeah.
So just kind of pumping them, just pumping them. I'll be like, "Oh, do you like your shoes?" "Yes, you like your shoes." "Then what are you saying? What is your business if Andrew or if Sarah doesn't like your shoes? Your shoes are so fine, know?" So that's one thing I'll do definitely. Ask my child questions, make my child know that I care about his or her opinions, And then number 3, make my child know that if you're comfortable with something, then it shouldn't matter what other people, think about you. And also make them know that if they want to be friends with someone, there's a way you can, as a child, maybe just go and say hi to someone. Don't be shy. If A said they don't like you, B will like you, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think as a child to be open. "Oh, did you say hi to Andrew today? How did he react? Oh, he wasn't nice. What about John? Say hi to John tomorrow." I think I was just basically encouraging them to put themselves out there and look for who they can connect with, and also be comfortable expressing themselves to me. Yeah.
That's a good answer, actually. There's no right or wrong answer, but I parents would make the best gift you can give your children confidence and self-esteem, healthy self-esteem. And I think, just like you said, if by making them feel confident in themselves, affirming them they're okay, and there's nothing wrong with them, I think that's the first step. So, like I said, there's no right or wrong answer. So, thank you for your answer. But Uche, this is all the time we have for this week. Thank you for coming on to the show. I hope you've had fun.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, definitely.
You enjoyed it. You're gonna do another one?
I did though, yeah, because I think at first I was wondering like, podcast, like, but yeah, I did enjoy it. Like having conversations is definitely something I enjoy doing. So this was fun. I will definitely come back again if you have me.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on to the show and have a great time.
All right. Thank you.
All right.